Ready to make 2022 the best year of gains in your Olympic lifts? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips that can make this year the biggest year for gain. Hey, it's Drew Dillon from Project Lift, and in this video, I'm talking about 3 tips to make 2022 the best year of gains for you. So here's how I'm going to break it down. First, got to talk about the plan. Second, we're going to be looking at what I call the 10,000 rep rule. And third, we're going to look at support and different key components of that. So if you're watching this video, I imagine you want to get better Olympic lifts, and I encourage you to check out our free guide, How to Improve Your Olympic Lifts Now. You can find it down in the description. There's a link up here in the corner as well if you're unfamiliar with YouTube, and it's going to give you some tips that'll help you today. Now, when this video helps you, make sure you subscribe. There's new videos coming each week. Hit that thumbs up button and send it forward to a friend and give them a little bit of support too. Our first tip to make 2022 the year of gains is a plan. Now, here's the kicker, guys. If we're not going into the year with a plan, if we haven't set a goal, we're already setting ourselves up for failure. You know, I believe it was the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, you know, where the scene was, the rabbit was, you know, where would you like to go? And Allison said, I don't really know. And he goes, well, whatever direction you go, it doesn't matter then. I know I totally butchered that, but the scene is pretty iconic in the sense that our plan sets our direction, and we need to set our direction because I know for some athletes I talk with, they don't see a value in a plan because a plan always changes. But that's the point. Our plan is our best guess at how we can start to get better at this, and there's no way we can figure it out without setting a plan and start taking steps towards it. So what is your goal? What is your goal this year when it comes to the Olympic lifts? I want you to share this one. Share this one below, guys. What is your goal? Let's hear it out. Where do you want to be, you know, this time in 2022? So, you know, if this is coming out here right at the end of 2021, you know, the end of December 2022, what have you done with your Olympic lifts? What do you want to see at that point? That's where I want you guys talking, and let it out. What do you want in this year? The second thing I want to share with you guys is something I share with all my athletes. And this is something when I was training and competing really brought me a lot of energy and kept me on my plan that I set when times just got frustrated and rough, as they always will. Okay, so it's called the 10,000 rep rule, and it was something, I believe it's Malcolm Gladwell that came out with the 10,000 hour rule, and it was his thoughts around how do we master something. And I had read that, and really what I had told myself was the 10,000 rep rule. Now here's the kicker: bad reps count, right? It's not 10,000 good hours, 10,000 good reps, it's 10,000 reps. It's putting in your time in the process. And where this can keep us on plan and really help us through is, imagine, we've all been there. You go in and it's just lift after lift or exercise after exercise, rep after rep, or whatever you're doing, just not feeling that good, just feeling off. You know, you had, you know, last week things were just snappier and better. And it can be easy in those moments to get frustrated. But if you remember, you know, if you had a set of 3 and you just went up and you did your set of 3 and it wasn't your best, you can walk away, and as I used to, and say, well, there's 3 reps out of the way, right? Put in your reps and see them as even the ones that aren't going that well as part of the process. And that takes away a lot of pressure, makes things a lot more fun. If you're putting in your reps, being kind to yourself, you will see improvement a lot quicker than someone who gets frustrated, discouraged, might slow down, or even quit. And the third tip to make this year the year of gains is support. Get yourself some support. Now there's a lot of different examples of support. It could be a training partner. There's somebody in your gym who's also working on Olympic lifts that you can sync up with to train, to, you know, see what they're up to talk about programming, to talk about different things going on. You will be amazed by the discoveries you can make just by finding a training partner. Get a coach. if you haven't done that yet, is there anybody in your area that coaches? Have you experimented with online coaching? What have you done when it comes to getting coaching? And this brings up a really fascinating thing, because for all of us, we're all on the spectrum of, our drive to get better. We're all in different areas. And the thing about a coach is it can shorten the time that we get to our goal significantly. There's nothing worse than putting in hard work, right? Just putting in work, doing all this stuff, only to find out that you've been doing it in a way that's really ingrained a bad pattern that now you have to rework and get out of it. What did you learn? I mean, I guess the lesson there, because I've done this, is shoot, I wish I would have gotten a coach sooner. I wish I'd have asked someone sooner, right? Because I could be a lot further down the line, and I understand the mistakes I've made, and I see where I have to, rewrite those movement patterns now, right? Get a coach. There's a really fascinating component when you look into movement engrams, right? Basically a movement engram is the program in our nervous system for a movement, right? So when we learn to walk, we develop a walking engram, and now we have this pattern set that we don't have to think about it. We can walk, right? This is the same for every movement. Now, when a movement to us is brand new, it may only take, man, I'm gonna butcher this. I should have looked this up before I started filming, but I'll write it in here below me too to make sure I'm on point. It takes about 30, right, reps to start to develop a motor engram. But here's the kicker that's always stuck with me, is to rewrite a motor engram, it can take up to 10 times that. So now we're looking at, 300 reps in a good way to outdo what we just did. So don't let that discourage you. If you've been training, you don't have a coach, and you're not happy with where you are and you want to get better, get one, because very often you're not having to scrap everything, and they can get you to where you want to be in a much quicker way. So guys, good luck to you, right? Happy New Year. Here's to 2022. Here's to bigger lifts, bigger gains, and please share. What's your goals? What's going on? Have you ever had a coach? What kind of support? I would love to start a discussion as we start this new year to see where you're at, what's going on with you, and you'll see another video coming up here, the first of 2022.